Pakistan's telecommunication authority is facing a public outcry after 3 weeks of disrupted internet services. Authorities blame malfunctioning underwater cables and say the problem could persist for weeks. But some tech watchers say it is because of government moves to control online access more tightly.
This is what the internet looks like in Pakistan these days. Transmission rates have dropped by up to 40% over the past few weeks. Rights group claim it's due to the Pakistani government deploying a new firewall-like system. They say the aim is to increase state control, surveillance and censorship.
What they've now come down to is to enhance their technical capacity to censor content on social media, to throttle apps. So, for example, Twitter or X has been blocked since after the elections in February. Now WhatsApp services are being throttled. So, for example, you can send text messages, but you can't send videos or audio notes or photographs. And presumably that's also because a lot of protest movements use WhatsApp for safe communication and to share evidence and to share it with the media or to upload it on social media.
The internet slowdown, which is affecting everyone, comes amid a broader crackdown on the political party of the jailed former Prime Minister Imran Khan. He has 20.8 million followers on X. He and his party, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, use social media to reach people in Pakistan. Their campaign videos shared on social media blamed Pakistan's powerful military for Imran Khan's ouster, an accusation the military denies. Along with Khan, several PTI members are in jail. Ahmad Janjua, PTI's international media coordinator, was recently taken from his home. He has since been released on bail. Imran Khan and his PTI may be the most prominent target of repression, but rights groups say other voices standing up to the state and the military are also under threat.
You know, there's definitely targeting of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf by the state machinery. It seems to be dedicated to trying to break up that political party. But what's also very important to note is that there are movements on quote-unquote the periphery of Pakistan, such as in Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and tribal areas, who have been actively persecuted by the state for decades, and their voices have been trampled.
Pakistan's military says it is merely defending itself against defamation and will continue to do so no matter where it comes from.
The first line of defense against digital terrorism is the implementation of law. That's why whoever is in the country and outside of Pakistan, if that person is involved in propaganda against Pakistan's military and polarizes the public and the army and is involved in fake news, then the military will carry out legal procedures against them.
Real-world opposition rallies are very difficult to get permits for, meaning much political and social activism takes place online. Now human rights figures fear this space may also be closing in.
And for more on this, we can speak now to Zulfiqar Bokhari, spokesperson of Imran Khan's party, PTI. He's joining us now from London. Welcome to DW. Now, Pakistan's government denies being behind this internet slowdown. Tell us what you think, what is behind it.
Well, the government's been quite comical when it's come to the slowdown of the internet. But as in your report, it started off with X being shut down, and then Insta and other social media platforms. And then since the slowdown of the internet, the IT minister actually came on TV and first announced that it's due to the high usage of VPN in the country. You know, the prime minister himself tweets by using VPNs, but at the same time has no problems in shutting down Twitter and Insta and all the rest of it. There's obviously a firewall that's been built and trying to be built that's trying to curtail primarily PTI. PTI is the largest political party. It's the most popular party in Pakistan. It's definitely raises its voice against the oppression the suppression that's going on in this sort of authoritarian / martial law / dictatorship going on in the country, and it's to curb that, which in result is only costing the country billions of rupees due to businesses not working.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that,
companies.
actually. I wanted to ask you about that because this internet slowdown is obviously having a quite dramatically negative economic impact. So why would the government knowingly damage the economy in this way?
Well, it's had a huge impact. We've had multinationals. We've had other local companies announcing their shutdowns due to the internet slowdown. International companies have said that we're moving out. And the answer to your question really is that they just don't care. There's only one rhyme and reason right now in Pakistan, and that is to somehow curb PTI and not let it raise its voices. It's and not allowed to be critical of anything that the government or the establishment is doing to the country at any cost, unfortunately, even economically, or even the rise in the security concerns in the country.
So you're saying that this internet shutdown is directly impacting your party and is stopping it from communicating effectively. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. There's no other reason, and there's no other party who is affected by this. PTI has always been way ahead in social media, on all internet platforms, on all social media platforms, and it's always been there to sort of curtail that. We're not allowed on, most of us aren't allowed on national television. Imran Khan's name is not allowed to be mentioned on national television. Most of our events, our press conferences that are just criticizing economic, foreign, social policies are not allowed to be aired on national television. So hence our only platform has been social media.
And yet your party has been accused of using digital platforms to spread propaganda, malicious propaganda against the military and the state. So what do you say to that?
Well, I think it's very sad, and I think it's very incompetent that the fact that these social media platforms have their own algorithms and they have their own monitoring techniques to monitor any form of terrorism being done. Digital terrorism, which the General DGISPR stated in his press conference, what is digital terrorism? We're just not understanding. I mean, the Western media should ask that if DGISPR can give an exact detail of what does digital terrorism curtail of, because clearly X doesn't seem to think it is, Insta doesn't seem to think it is, Facebook doesn't seem to think it is, TikTok doesn't seem to think it is. Only this particular general has made up this strange new word, digital terrorism. But none of the social media platforms are saying that we're saying anything about terrorism. If we disagree with the fiscal policy, we're terrorists. If we disagree with the foreign policy, we're anti-state. So why don't they make a criteria of what digital terrorism and what anti-state exactly means? Because we are just talking about the benefit and policies that benefit our country.
Zulfiqar Bokhari, spokesperson of Imran Khan's PTI party. Thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Farieha Aziz, co-founder of Bolo Bhi, a digital rights advocacy group, is a leading digital expert based in Pakistan and joins us, Wi-Fi permitting, from Karachi. Welcome. Can you tell us how badly this slow internet is affecting life there in Pakistan?
Thank you so much. Usually, industry does not speak up as vocally as it has recently, and this has affected the internet disruptions. The slow internet is not something that we are experiencing just now. This happened in January earlier as well, and we're seeing this being repeated now. A lot of businesses, freelancers have been affected. So, for instance, Fiverr said Pakistani is out of office. A lot of people have set up businesses on WhatsApp. Now, not just has the internet been slowed down, and it is being attributed to faults in submarine cables. However, we are also experiencing app disruptions. WhatsApp is used a lot by businesses, by individuals, by the news media here. for reporters to connect to their desks. And the media function was disrupted. And Meta, in a fact check, clarified that it was not a fault on their end. It was something local. There has been no clarity with respect to that. Since 2 days, Signal is not working on mobile data. And we're seeing that these disruptions exist on mobile data specifically. So there has been considerable industry impact. There are figures in terms of loss of revenue, also irreparable damage to reputation, where clients have withdrawn business from companies or individuals for their inability to deliver.
So what do you make of this then, of what is behind this? Do you accept the government's explanation that they have no part in what is happening?
Not at all. And the government is giving contradictory statements. So now there are 2 pending petitions before the Lahore and Islamabad High Courts, respectively, with respect to internet disruptions and the so-called firewall. Now, this is the PTA chairman, the Pakistan Telecommunications Authority chairman, has on record, acknowledged that, yes, some system is being upgraded. What is that system? What is its capability? We do not know. The government is not coming, forth on what this is. Instead, the Minister for State for IT has been saying that it's VPN usage that has caused the internet slowdown, without explaining why is it that people have turned to VPNs. Now, we're not a privacy-conscious nation. It's not for that purpose, but it's because of blockades, and particularly not. X doesn't have as many users, and of course, that blockade has affected people. But the WhatsApp disruption has definitely led people to use VPNs to circumvent this. And they're basically deflecting. They're not actually acknowledging. We have now seen in the National Assembly's record some admission with respect to upgrades, but also we are going down a VPN registration route. So it seems like a combination of network monitoring, filtering through a combination of tech tools, as well as a legal regime that has been created and already exists to some degree is at play.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today with your insights. That is Farieha Aziz, co-founder of Bolo Bhi.